What if I told you there's something far more potent than erasing yourself from someone's life? For years, we've been taught a familiar response. When someone causes you pain, vanish. Block their number, delete their existence from your digital world. Erase every trace as if you never crossed paths. We've been told that going completely silent is the ultimate path to reclaim our power. That absence is the only way to heal, to make them notice the gap you've left behind. And while this method works to some extent, yes, it can give you space to breathe, think, and reconnect with yourself, it's not the full truth. There is a deeper, more profound approach that doesn't just return your power, it multiplies it in ways you might have never imagined. True transformation doesn't happen in the dark void of complete withdrawal. The most powerful change takes place when you remain present, but completely renewed, when your very existence becomes a living testament to your evolution. This is the art of being seen without being accessible, of radiating without needing recognition, of existing on such a high frequency that your presence alone sends the strongest message possible. And no, this isn't revenge. It's not about showing them or proving anything. It's about remembering who you were before the hurt, before the stories they wrote about you, before the roles you agreed to play. It's about discovering that you don't have to disappear to be unforgettable. You don't need silence to be heard. The greatest alchemy, the kind the ancient mystics spoke of, is not turning metal into gold, but turning pain into wisdom, wounds into strength, and heartbreak into inner power. When someone hurts you, your first impulse might be to lash out, confront, hide, or vanish. But there's a vast difference between reacting from a place of pain and responding from a place of clarity. Reaction traps you in the cycle. Conscious response frees you from it. As Carl Jung once said, what we do not make conscious appears in our lives as fate. When you choose awareness over impulsive reaction, you step into the role of creator in your own story. You stop asking, why me? And instead ask, what is this here to teach me? That single shift changes your energy entirely. You stop being a victim of life's events and start becoming the architect of your growth. There's something magnetic about someone who has transmuted pain into wisdom. Their calm presence feels different. Their quiet strength doesn't need to be proven. And when people who once knew you meet this new version of you, they immediately sense the shift. You're not the same, and that difference can't be ignored. See, disappearing leaves a gap they can fill with forgetting. But transformation fills that space with something undeniable. A version of you so empowered that you can't be overlooked. Your growth becomes proof of what's possible when someone chooses to rise instead of crumble. And that unsettles them far more than your absence ever could. Because absence is predictable. Transformation is revolutionary. They expected you to be bitter, broken, or small. Instead, they find you stronger, clearer, and more whole than ever before. Inner transformation doesn't need to be announced. It radiates. You don't have to tell anyone you've changed. Your energy speaks louder than words. If this truth stirs something inside you, if you recognize that every wound can be turned into wisdom, declare it now. Type in the comments. I choose to grow, not to react. Think of yourself like water. You can take any shape, fill any vessel, yet your essence stays pure. Whether in a golden cup or a cracked jar, water doesn't lose its nature. This is conscious letting go, being fully present without clinging to how things should be. It's not coldness, it's the highest act of self-love. The freedom to be in the world without letting others control how you feel. This state becomes a mirror. You stay open to those who come with respect and reciprocity, but closed to those who would take your light for granted. You're not guarding yourself out of fear, but out of wisdom. Ignoring requires constant effort. It's exhausting. Transcending is effortless. It's simply moving to a higher frequency. People who once tuned into your energy find only static, not because you've stopped living, but because you're no longer broadcasting at their level. Your visible growth reflects back to them the potential they missed. And here's the secret. You're not doing it to teach them a lesson. You're simply living your truth. In this space, drama loses its power. The words that used to wound you now slide off. The silences that once haunted you now feel peaceful. Your calm becomes their greatest discomfort because it shows they never had control. They only thrived when you reacted. Without that reaction, their illusion falls apart. You've shifted roles, from reacting to creating. Your life is no longer dictated by others' actions. It's shaped by your own vision. This is emotional sovereignty. They no longer have a passport to your inner world. And at the heart of this change is your light, a flame that no storm can put out. It may have been dimmed, but never destroyed. When you shine from your essence, your light is self-sustaining. You don't need revenge because your happiness is answer enough. Living from your truth creates a magnetic energy that needs no announcement. Your joy is seen in your walk. Your peace is felt in your presence. Your growth is clear in your choices. And that light becomes the most graceful closure possible, the kind no words can replace. The best part? The more you shine authentically, the less you need outside approval. You realize your worth was never theirs to give or take. Your life becomes proof that every ending is a doorway to a new beginning. Every wound is a seed for growth, and every dark moment holds the potential for transformation. You've learned that your true power isn't in disappearing. It's in showing up as the fullest, brightest, most elevated version of yourself. Your transformation is liberation, your presence is mastery, and your light is the expression of who you always were. This was never about them. It was about you. Remembering your worth, reclaiming your strength, and choosing expansion over contraction. So keep choosing growth over reaction, evolution over resentment, light over shadow, every single day. If this message resonates with you, make it your commitment. Choose your growth, protect your energy, and live from your highest truth. And before you go, if you felt this in your heart, subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Like this to spread the light to others, and drop a comment with "I rise above" so I know you're walking this path with me. Together we'll keep rising.